Hello, and welcome to another session. In this session, we are going to explore how you can better control your mind, how you can develop strategies and ways in which you are more in control of your thoughts and more in control of your mind. Fortunately, most people don't realize that they have almost no control over their thoughts, their thinking, the way they process information. And more importantly, they are lacking the ability to direct their thoughts towards actions that reveal potentials for opportunity, potentials for betterment, potentials for wealth, potential for happiness. And the way to control these thoughts is not by consciously thinking about something, but simply by allowing your unconscious processes to work in harmony with your goal. For example, if your goal is to go to point B from point A, your thoughts should be directed. Your thinking, your goal should always align towards that single goal. Most times in life, there are too many distractions, too many obstacles, too many things that call your attention. It's like the constant bombardment of information and responsibilities and things that are unaccounted for that makes you deviate from the path and take your eye off the goal. This is why it is important to realize that mind control is the ultimate gateway to success, happiness, and wealth. And with that, I would like to invite you for this session by simply taking a position that is either reclining or laying down, allowing your body to relax, allowing your body to be supported by pillows or your bed so that your arms and legs are uncrossed and your head is comfortably resting either on a pillow or a firm support. This way you are able to spend the next 45 minutes allowing yourself to drift gently from one thought, one word, one image, to a series of thoughts and images that may eventually pop up as you go through this journey of opening the unconscious gateways of your mind. The gateways of your unconscious mind are very much determined by your thought patterns. What are those thought patterns? Those are things that were implemented, those things that you learned while you were at school or going through life, learning from society, parents, and upbringing. Those put the limitations on who you are and what you could be without giving you much opportunity to see how far you could go and reach your full potential. This is why mind control is the ultimate way to ensure that you have the full reins on where you are going and what you plan to do. That raises focus, sharp attention to the precise thoughts that are going through your mind while eliminating those that are harmful, those that are distracting from your thought processes will allow you to go far beyond what is potentially available to you and reach new heights. This is why now, as you take this position to relax, you can bring your attention to your breathing, and your breathing will ultimately connect with your conscious and unconscious mind, because the body cannot survive without the mind, and the mind needs the body to carry out its tasks. This is why the connection exists, and this is why we take the full opportunity to connect with our physiology to allow the processes to happen naturally. While you take these processes to the next level, please remember that you will hear everything that I say, and these words will be easily absorbed by your mind. But more importantly, these words have stronger meaning than the conscious level sees, and they work in the most subliminal, unconscious way, allowing your unconscious mind to open those gateways that were previously locked. Now, as you take a deep breath in from your nose, hold that breath to a count of 3 and make that breath count, filling your lungs. And only after you have taken this deep breath in that you will release ever so gently on a count of 6. And that breath is going to help your body to oxygenate, to allow the breath to bring in the oxygen needed for the cells of your brain to be rejuvenated. And I would like you to repeat this process of breathing deeply in and holding for a count of 3 while you let your gaze focus at a spot around the ceiling or ahead of you, and just allow your processes to gently drift to the concentration of your breathing. Notice how your lungs are filled, how your chest moves, and the sensation of breathing in, the temperature of the air, the smells and the taste, and what your body is doing as you allow this breath to fill you. And as you release these breaths, notice how you can allow the muscles of your body to relax, allowing your bones to settle, allowing your body to surrender to gravity, very much like the time when you go to sleep. This time, while your body may be asleep, your mind will be fully awake in the unconsciousness that it exists. While the conscious mind goes to sleep, the unconscious will take over, allowing you to notice your patterns of thought, your modus operandi, which is the way that you operate through life, the way you do things. And this is why it is important for you to realize that as you look at that spot and breathe deeply in, you're actually bringing your thoughts in line with a single mission, that is to breathe and to concentrate. And as you breathe in, you may notice that your muscles are beginning to relax as you bring your attention to that breathing and allowing your eyes to now gently close, shut. And they could be as tightly shut as cement blocks on top of it, and iron curl bars wrapping around the eyelids and being sewn together permanently, sealed shut like the glue. And turning your attention inwards, you shall notice that simple things happen all by themselves, simply by following instructions, the instructions that are meant to lead you further and further down the path of relaxation and letting go. And the most wonderful thing about relaxing and letting go is that your unconscious mind allows you to relax further and further, going twice as deep and 3 times as fast as you allow your unconscious mind to open and take over. This is very much like time when you go to sleep. You may have thoughts running in your head, but only because your unconscious mind is now fully in charge, and those things that are critical and thinking and those things that judges are moved out. Only the unconscious remains in. And this is the process in which you are in control of your mind. Yet this is just the entrance to that gateway that allows you to see things in a more clear light, allows you to notice things far beyond the current processes that you're experiencing. Let us now go further down. Notice that while you breathe in and your eyes are closed, you can bring your attention to your forehead and your jaw, and allow those muscles and tensions to relax, while allowing your cheekbones, your eyes to also surrender to the gravity and allowing it to relax further and further. This relaxing sensation can spread to your ears and the back of your ears, to your scalp and all the way down your neck, allowing your swallowing to be natural and easy, allowing you to drift further down the line of relaxing and letting go. With each breath and with each word, you can further drift and allowing things to happen all by their very self, and your mind will follow. Deeper and deeper it shall be, and the deeper it goes, the more you relax, and the more you relax, the more your mind follows that down path of relaxing and letting go, deeper and deeper. And now, as you allow your relaxing sensation to spread down your shoulders, along your arms, all the way down to your palm and fingertips. You will notice that your arms are limp and soft and subtle because they are no longer holding tension but letting go. And this is about the time when you may feel, and you most certainly will eventually if you don't now, that your palms are kind of warm. There is kind of a tingling sensation that happens and usually spreads to your fingertips. This is the process in which your mind is controlling the way your body interprets the relaxing sensation that you are feeling. You may notice that the sensations are a little bit different from one hand to the other, and this is totally normal as your body is different from one side to the other. You may notice the sensation of that tingling or that warmth in the palms of your hand. There might be a bit of difference that you may actually start to feel. Whatever that is, or however you feel things, is only an indication that you are now becoming unconscious, allowing your unconscious mind to take over. And your unconscious mind is very powerful. It records every thought, every image, every word, every experience, and stores it in this grand big library of information. While you may not be able to recall things consciously, in the unconscious, all that information is accessible. And through different practices, those informations can be brought forward for the utilization of your goals. This is why regression and therapies are founded upon the idea that your unconscious mind has everything that you need. And more importantly, your unconscious mind controls all things around your body, from your digestion to your blood flow to your body's temperature to the amount of hormones to be secreted around your body and how to react to certain things. It controls everything that you do, from driving a car to operating a machinery. You don't think about how you're going to drive. It just happens naturally. You know the right amount of pressure to put on the gas pedal and when to hit the brakes and when to turn and to check your mirrors. And if you are one of those people who knows that things happen all by themselves, you will know that certain times when you were driving, your thoughts would drift and you would sometimes miss an exit because you'll be in that altered state of mind where the unconscious processes are operating in the background while you drift and drift away to a further deeper thought process that we call the altered state. In this altered state, your unconscious state becomes so powerful that you can actually forget to feel things, like your arms and legs may become so limp, so weak, and so stationary that they will feel like lead weights sometimes, unable to move even the slightest finger. That's simply because the arms and legs become locked and relaxed, and trying to move them would only ensure that your unconscious mind is in the process of controlling your thoughts, and surrendering would only allow you to go further down, knowing that you have confirmed for yourself that you are deeply in a state of relaxation. And this seed that has been planted in the mind is strong enough to be recalled at a later date. This is why you can enter this state each time you listen by simply listening in and hearing my voice, and it will quickly and automatically put you into that altered state in which you will follow instructions and learn and listen. And listen simply by allowing words to just flow unhindered, easily through the unconsciousness that exists inside of you. This is why you are able to control your thoughts, simply because you tell your unconscious mind to do certain tasks. And your unconscious mind is very good at following things. This is why you can maintain your heartbeat at a certain rate without you having to tell your heart at what rate it should beat, or maintaining your body's temperature despite having to not think about it. In fact, you certainly have almost no control over your body's temperature because that's totally unconscious. Yet people have the skills to maintain their body's temperature at different levels or control their heart rates and their breathing. That's why they can endure the harshest conditions or perform feats that would be considered impossible. That simply means that they have developed certain skill sets to control their body's physiology. Yet there are far, far more useful applications of mind control. And one of those is to set goals and achieve them, whether it is in personal life or your business, or your desire perhaps to become wealthy and prosperous. Whatever those goals may be, seeing them in front of you in a large big screen will allow you to see things far more easily, as you can see yourself playing out your greatest achievements at a future date. And the best part of it is that there is no way to fail, because the unconscious never fails. You just construct things and see things as they could be. And some of those people who haven't gone through this process will say that it is imagination. And imagination is an active process of creation. You imagine, you dream, and you make that dream a reality. This simple equation has evaded so many people, so that they have failed repeatedly from achieving their greatest success. Now you are at the gateway, making this a choice, a way to live, so that you no longer live for the whims of other people or by happenstance, that is by chance, but you are determined and focused on achieving your goal simply by knowing that you can get there without having distractions, without having all the things that have been the obstacles in your life in the past. And now, as you drift further and further down, you can let go and release and let the gravity take further hold of your body, relaxing and letting go, and allowing your unconscious processes to make all the right adjustments to bring you the right techniques and opportunities to make you consciously unaware of things that are happening, yet unconsciously allow the processes to happen all by themselves. This way you don't hinder yourself. This way you can allow naturally the best way to proceed forward. And setting goals is easy. You simply write them down, imagine them, and allow your unconscious mind to direct things in that right direction. And you can become aware of your thoughts, your thinking, which you can at a later date change and alter to mold your thinking into the processes that serve you. And this is simply mind-boggling, something that is so powerful that only very few people in the world have mastered it, and that mastery have brought them great powers, including extreme wealth and health and achievements. This is why when you see things happen and you're amazed, the amazing thing is that you also hold that power within you. And now as you drift further and further, as you hear each word, you can be rest assured that these words become part of you, because your unconsciousness hears them and absorbs them as its own. This is why when you listen to this recording or any other recording with my voice, this voice will become truly easy to recognize and allow you to drift into the state of unconsciousness in the most rapid fashion. In fact, with each succession, as in practice, you get better and better. And now and soon, you'll find that it gets easier and easier to be unconscious now. This is why, as you do so, each word will help you to drift further and allowing you to become more unconscious as you breathe in and out. As naturally as that is, the words that you hear and the voice that you recognize help you to become unconscious each and every time. And the words are merely vehicles, and the journey is what counts, and that is the voice that you hear. And the voice may tell you things that are quite easy to understand, and that's why it's easy for your unconsciousness to take over, because it knows that these are easy tasks, just like brushing your teeth, or making tea, or making coffee, or just going to bed and falling asleep. Nobody knows how we fall asleep, but we do. Sometimes, while we are sleeping, we realize that we are in between wakefulness and sleep, and yet it is also sleep where your unconsciousness is in full control. And when we wake up, it's only because we have completed our cycle, and yet we don't know how we wake up, and we just do sometimes. But more and more easily recognizable pattern is when we are falling asleep deeper and deeper, and faster as we practice certain techniques and certain things. This is why when you take down the path of an elevator that descends further and further down, from 20 to 10 to 5 and to 0, you can see each number flash, and you will fall deeper and deeper into a state of relaxing, letting go, and into the unconsciousness that surrounds you. And the doors of that unconsciousness open, and the elevator doors allow you to step outside to this wonderful landscape where all things happen all themselves. You will absorb things far more easily, and you can let your unconsciousness guide you, because it knows best those things that serve you. And you can tell your unconscious now that from now onwards you will have better control of your thoughts and better goal setting that you shall do, and align your thoughts and your desires to achieve that goal setting simply by allowing your unconscious to guide you. In this process, you don't have to think. It will all happen by itself, simply because your unconscious has received the message and knows the best way to go about guiding you through that maze. And if at any time you hit a snag, it's easy to let things just slide and return to this process of redefining yourself, reminding yourself in the unconsciousness that you are, that things will eventually turn out for the better. The obstacles are not hindrances, they are just nuances that you have to navigate through to get to your doorway that opens that opportunity and that achievement. And things will happen so easily and comfortably that you will be amazed how it is easy to control your mind as you practice listening to this recording again and again. And most times it's 21 times in a row in 21 days that will help you to achieve those goals. And for some it will be a little longer, but the process is the same. It's easy to understand how it works, because practice and repetition instills that ability to do things. You wouldn't play the best piano or do something skillfully the first time around. That's why practice is needed. That's why if you are going to control your mind, you need to keep listening to this recording and put in practice those things that are being thought in this process. And the beautiful part about all this is you only have to listen and relax and let your unconsciousness take over. And your unconscious knows how to memorize and record information so that they become skills that you can harness at will, and that it can operate in the background while you are busy with other things. And beautiful things that happen in between you going towards your goal and achieving are just presents and gifts from your mind to yourself, so that you are rewarded in the best fashion, that you enjoy life and experience happiness and health, and prosperity will follow simply because you are content, simply because you have fulfilled yourself in the best manner possible. And now I tell you the simple secret. Just simply listen and let go. And now you can drift down to a peaceful sleep as we bring this session to a close. But should you need to return to your daily activities, then you just follow the other path in which that I will count from 5 to 1, and only at 1 will you be able to return to your daily activities by simply opening your eyes and returning to the environment. My suggestion is just to drift to sleep, but for those who need to return back to life, back to their activities. Here it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you feel refreshed and rejuvenated. And for those who are asleep, drift down and let your body and mind rest, and all the processes to occur all at once, allowing things to settle in their most easiest path of least resistance. And I thank you for listening to this recording, and please ensure that you repeat this process again and again until you become proficient at it. It's only through practice that you will become a master of your mind. And remember to be grateful for all this opportunity, and I see you in our next recording.